I gotta record them. But as we move into this, we are in this time of, I say, transformation, where we need to transform our lives in some ways. And you're discovering those ways already, the things that, make your days fly by and make you happy, and the things that, maybe you're not missing so much. Obviously, it's not yoga because you're here. So, yay. Yeah, and this is, like, as I say, this is a time of transformation. But beyond that, this is a time of transition. And I was thinking about designing this practice as I do. I think about who's going to come to class, and thinking about as we move through our flow and our practice to honor the times of transition. Instead of like rushing to get to the pose, it's the journey into the pose where there's so much to learn and to kind of really embody. So in order to transform, we have to honor the transitions. Look at my hands. What position am I in? This, like, I don't know, this Libra scales, this time of balance, of amid imbalance. So all of that, and this time of planting the seeds. What's going to come to fruition? I don't know, but I'm going to nurture the seeds. Even as I started talking to you about my whole, exploration into this, reawakening the feminine, the divine feminine. And, it's been 5 years, 6 years of this deep dive for myself, going like, I don't know, why am I being called to learn this? Why is it sparking something within me and encouraging me down some unknown place, right? So it's like, maybe you have those things in your life you've been, opening yourself to over the last few years, going like, I don't really know where this is leading me. I've been searching into Zoom for about a year now. I've been using Zoom for about a year to record my online classes and stuff. And so when this started, I was like, hey, look at that. I already know how to use this. So whatever it is for you, this is just, you don't even need to have anything specific, but to acknowledge that this is a time of transformation, and this is a time of transition, and this is a time to like invite that all in for yourself, into transforming, into actually going deeper into that, into the shadow work, which is that, I was mentioning in class the other day, that stuff that's been gifted to us by our parents and their parents and their parents. It is implanted in you in some way, some of your habits, some of the things you words you choose, even sometimes, you speak and you hear your mother's voice. And it's all of that we need to kind of delve into now and go, well, how is this serving? Like, is this something that I want to perpetuate on my children, my grandchildren, or is it time to kind of go, that was for them, and now we're moving into something different? So whatever that is, in your own world and own realm, you know what these things are. That's the shoulds, like, oh no, I should be doing it this way because that's what my mom told me, or my dad, but it's this time that we have now, this great gift to really delve into all of that. So that's another thing, if that sparks something in you and you're like, hey, I want to know more about that, then in another venue and forum, we can do that. So I have time. Take your arms out to the sides, and we're going to be in this balance. So sit in a way that makes sense for you. I realized I didn't light my candle, so I'm going to go with that, and we'll do it after. So open your hands, open your heart, open your breath, smile. Imagine you're breathing in fresh air, and you feel this openness. And now I feel like, well, with the sun shining, let's even take these arms out and maybe lift them up a little bit. Like you're just like, here I am, and I just welcome whatever this is. Good. And we'll inhale, you're going to reach up, but don't bring your hands together. Cross your wrists or cross your forearms so the hands are facing out like we did. Bring it down in front of your heart. And then we can be here in this, like, I protect myself. Take your index finger and your thumb and connect them into this I'm okay mudra, Gayam mudra. Hold it here. Take an inhale, lift yourself. Now, as you exhale, keep the mudra, just bow your chin down. And then feel that as you offer yourself protection, you're also open. So now release the mudra, Turn your palms to face each other as they are. Feel this as like, you know, a chalice, a bowl, a cup. You're just receiving. And then we want to unite into this flower mudra. And you can bring your hands together, maybe just the pinkies and the thumbs touch. And this is, you know, lotus mudra, crown mudra. And look into your flower here. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, let the hands come together. The fingers trace down the heart, and you extend your arms out with the hands touching each other. Send your heart space back. Tuck your chin, lean back. And then on your inhalation, lift the arms up, lift your heart, lift up. Now, as you exhale, you're going to release the hands, and you're going to dance your wrists as we take this dance of fire, this dance of life. Come back to the Libra scales. Open your hands, and as you inhale, you lift your heart. Now, as you exhale, cross your forearms the opposite way with the palms facing out. Bow down. Take I'm okay mudra, Gaia mudra. Be here. Feel yourself embodying this divine position. You've seen this position. In ancient Egypt, you've seen this position. And then inhale. As you exhale, release mudra. Turn the palms towards each other. And as you inhale, you lift your heart, you bring the hands together, you lift your head. As you exhale, the fingers come down past the heart, they extend out. And as you inhale, we sweep up. And exhale, dance your hands. Imagine this fire of transformation surrounding you. Come back to the Libra scales. And then as you inhale, you lift your heart. Exhale, cross the arms, take the mudra, bow in. And as you inhale, turn the hands, lift your heart, lift your head, bring the palms together. Exhale, trace down the front of your heart, extend out, press back, tuck your chin. Inhale, rise. Good, exhale, dance of life, circle, rings of fire, flames licking you, you're dancing. Take the Libra scales, inhale. Exhale, cross, hopefully it's opposite cross. Take the mudra as you're going in and then enter into your own sanctuary here. Inhale, bring the hands together, lift yourself, your potential, your open heart. Exhale, fingers trace down the heart, extend your arms out, tuck back. And as you inhale, rise up. Exhale, dance as if these are the flames surrounding you. Here you are, and then you take your balance. Inhale. Exhale, cross. Inhale, hands together, heart lifts, chin lifts. Exhale, trace down, extend out, tuck in. Inhale, rise up, extend up. And exhale, release. Let's do one more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, open your heart, your chin. Exhale, tuck in and back. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, dance your hands now all the way down to the earth. We're going to touch the earth, bow your chin, and then as you inhale, just sweep the arms all the way up to the sky, lift up. Exhale, palms together, they come down in front of your heart, bow your chin, feel the press of your hands together. Feel yourself resting. Feel your heart beating, your breath open. And just drop into that, sacred little dance. Maybe you're someone who dances a lot, kitchen dancing. Awesome, beautiful, so important. And if you're someone who doesn't, then just smile in, embrace it. And then before we leave this place and open practice, just check in. How am I feeling? How am I feeling right now at this moment? And then listen for the answers. You can even say them out loud. Just repeat them to yourself. Notice what words are arising. And then embrace it all. Feel the hands together are embracing all parts of yourself. Meeting yourself right here at the center of your heart, on your yoga mat, in the presence of all. these little boxes you practice with. And then into that, as you inhale, lengthen tall, lift your chin. And exhale here. We're going to open practice as we have been by chanting the sound love loud, beautifully. Send it out from your heart. So we'll do it 3 times, and we're just going to go one after the other. And maybe keep your hands together the whole time, or you keep your hands here for number 1. You cross your heart for number 2, and we offer it out for number 3. Okay, inhale. And then staying with your arms out. If you have a candle, you want to light it right now. If you have lit it already, that's fine. You can hold it, you can look at it, or you can just keep your arms open and embrace the flame that I'm offering you here. It's fires of transformational energy. Yes, there you go. So remind yourself, I am that. I am that. Yes, beautiful. Oh, I see you receiving, and I just, I feel this connection. It's so lovely. Good stuff, my friends. So let's start with a little water blessing. So take your beverage, whatever you have, and today I have this nice, beautiful herbal tea from local herbs. I'm taking that in, and some local honey. Whatever you have, hold your cup in a way like it is this sacred vessel. Look at your beverage. If you don't have anything, you just hold air in your hands and you breathe that in. Feeling into the temperature, the aroma, all of those sensations offered. And then smiling as you bow your chin and pour your love, your loving energy, your compassionate kindness, your presence, your openness to looking at the shadows and to looking to the light. As we are in this time of balance energy, as we move into the sacred festival of Beltane between the spring equinox, summer solstice, this in-between time of life as it was and life as it will be, this time of transition. Send it all into your beverage with your open heart and your great presence. And add in anything else you need. I need calm, I need peace, I need, more money, whatever it is, you can call. Money is energy. Don't be afraid to speak it. So whatever it is, you send it in. And then as you're ready, my friends, you can even bow down. I just do that naturally, just bow down, and then you'll take a drink of your beverage and let it be in your mouth. Feel it as you swallow it down, deeply receive it in a way you don't normally. And then feel free to take another drink, and then you'll set that aside with reverence. Good. Okay, so honoring transition, and I just want to look who's here, and let me wish a Ramadan Kareem to my Muslim beauties out there, and I'm thinking of all of you here. Okay, so honoring transition. We're going to move into downward dog, and you're going to do that in a way that requires like maybe a different approach. So whatever it is, and just feel that even as you move into the transitions, there's poses, there's presence, and then as you get there, then you take the time to set it up and to feel Anchoring your feet, your hands, moving in whatever way your body needs. And even as you get into the pose, there is transition into dropping in and discovering it. So that even, downward dog is a pose. This might be your millionth downward dog, could be your 5th one in your life, whatever it is. As you're in it, can you make space for yourself? Can you feel what the pose is offering with the head below the heart and the hips up high and the legs stretching? You getting a view of your feet. Notice how your feet are placed and maybe change a little bit and honor that transition of just even moving your feet. Like there's balance in that and space. And then as you are, my friends, if you're in a place to take one hand off and just hold your heart, and then notice how the other side anchors, and then, switch with the same idea of honoring the transition to move over, to bring the hand up. Yes. Good. And then from here, we're going to transition to right leg in the air. So look at your feet. Feel how the right foot grounds so the left foot can move to center. And then the left foot takes that center weight as the right leg extends up, and go slow. Feel all of those little things that happen to get from here to there. And then extend. Find your strength in your place, whatever it is. Notice where your gaze is. And then we're going to transition to bring the foot back. So notice what your head does to bring this foot down. Notice if your arms are fatiguing. And just smile as you gently, lovingly lift your left leg and honor the space between floor and earth, that in between. And then we'll transition to child's pose, and same idea, even though, I can't wait for child's pose, how slow can you go to get there? And notice all the little poses in between that happens. Honor yourself as you need. If you need to prop up, that goes without saying. And just feel the transition into child's pose, into letting go in your child's pose. So sometimes, we make it really strong, but as you come in, can you feel everything that has to take place so you kind of melt yourself? And then feeling your breath and any parts of you that are, tight or not happy with this. And then just smile, and you honor even the transition of being in this pose, knowing, it's not forever. Here we are. Good. Nice. Take one more breath. And we're going to transition to hands and knees. And so if you need something underneath your knees, do that. But as you come up, feel where the feet push in to lift you up, what your back does, and when you feel the hands come in, you might even close your eyes. Okay, from here, I'm going to take the right foot forward and lift the right arm up in the air. So I'm balancing on my left side. If I can do that really slow, there is balance in between, whatever it is, even if you fall, have a sense of humor and a sense of playfulness, and then you can just maybe you walk your right foot out or up, melt your hips forward, lift your arm, and be in this pose. Okay, now feel your left hand on the floor, spread the fingers, anchor, tuck your left toes under, and we're going to transition to lifting that knee up into lunge. And, go slow, and you keep lifting your hips. Don't let them, you can keep lifting your hips. They're going to go up, reach, breathe. And we're going to transition to downward dog. So feel what that means, like what has to happen. And go slow, notice everything. You're going to shift your weight to the right a little bit to pull that right leg back. Maybe there's the transition of a three-legged dog. We call 2 hands, 1 foot, and then transition over. Yeah, so just feel that. Maybe it's like, I just want to go. But then be in your transition time. It's like all those people who are protesting, I want to get out of quarantine, but no, not the time. Okay, and then from here, lift your heels so high. Take your head, look at your feet. Look at where you came from, maybe. Imagine you can see the past, and then lower the knees down. They're going to come right to this in-between place of hands and feet. Feel that. Drop your belly, lift your chin, inhale. Now exhale back to child's pose. And again, like so slow. You know this pose. Hey, I'm gonna stop halfway, lift my hands up off the floor. I'm kind of balancing this halfway. Oh, what's gonna happen? Nothing. I'm just gonna come back down to child's pose, right? And then just let it go and really melt. There's something in feeling yourself really let go here. Melting your breath. Just releasing. And I say this metaphor of child's pose, you know, if you have little kids in your life, or you've even seen them, a little kid when he's at the grocery store so frustrated, boom, child's pose, down on the knees, down forehead, release. Okay, we're gonna come to second side. So that's gonna be the right hand is gonna stay on the floor, the left arm's up, and the left foot's gonna step forward. So there is this balance. So you might even like come up, you know, you kind of feel, oh, what's gonna happen? Can I move the foot without moving the hand? No, I don't think so. Maybe, oh yeah, okay. And you just kind of play. We're all gonna get wherever we're going. And then once you're up, you can walk your left foot up a little bit, melt your hips, or walk your right knee back, open, and feel the extension. You're here, and now grow the pose. Right hand nice and strong, tuck the right toes under, lift up, and like you don't even care. Take your time. Lift your hips up. So wherever they're as high as they're gonna go here. Open, breathe. Okay, know you're coming back to downward dog, and go slow. There's so much to feel as the balance shifts. You know, you're gonna move over to the left side a little more. And then you take the leg back. Maybe it's a three-legged for a moment. And then you find your dog. Okay, now grow the pose in the dog. Now you're in downward dog. Extend from your waist all the way through the shoulders, through the arms, to the heels of the hands. From the hips down the legs to the heels. Good, inhale. And exhale, slowly move yourself to child's pose, this in-between place. Feel what that is, and then be playful. You know, what happens if I pause again, I lift my arms? Can I be here in this in-between for like, is this comfortable? Can I start to drop without, you know, I have my hands lifted? Put more weight on the feet, that's what happened. You know, you people with knee problems, this might not be so happy. And then just coming in whenever you're there and honoring the release. You know, so in our transitions, we can honor the extensions, the reaching, we can honor the in-between, and we can honor the release. Good, take a full breath in. Breathe out. Okay, we're gonna transition again. I'm gonna bring the right foot forward, but this time I'm gonna do it through kneeling. So I'll bring the hands together. I know kneeling's not happy for everybody, so you kind of find your way. Know that, you know, the right foot is gonna step forward. So first I tuck the toes under. Okay, then I feel what I need to do to get that right foot to come forward. I'm gonna go so slow. You're gonna find your way. You can keep your hands at your heart. You can put them at your hip. There's balance, right? So wobble, it's okay. And then, you know, place your foot. Okay, we're gonna rock front to back. And so if this is not happy, like you can put your hands on the floor. You put something underneath your knee, good. And then just move front to back. You know, if this isn't happy, you make it whatever you need. Even putting something maybe underneath your shin might be happier. Hands on the floor, hands on your thigh. Okay, I'm gonna lift my arms up in the air, but you know, you do what you need to do. And then I'm just gonna be here, feel that lift and extension. I'm gonna lift that back knee up. Okay, so how are you gonna do that, my friends? Feel what you need to do to lift the knee up. And then wherever your hands are is fine. But extend yourself fully. Feel like, you know, you're in this extension part of the pose. Good, and then we're gonna bring it down, back to downward dog. So, you know, whatever you need to do, notice you need to put the knee down first. Be in your body. The shifting, all those little shifts that happen Before you get to your dog, honor that, be in that, and then extend in your dog. Once you're in the pose, you get to extend yourself. Let your head go. Feel the earth and be underneath your hands or feet. Good. And then you're going to transition to that in between. So the knees coming down, you can even watch them. Feel how the weight shifts into the arms. So cool, right? Then I'm going to come back up to kneeling. And I'm going to step the left foot forward. So my hands are at my heart. You put your hands anywhere. Go slow, right? The wobbling is that, I don't know what's going to happen. And then walk your foot if it doesn't go where you want it to be. So hands to the floor, if that's better for you, or to the knee, or to your heart. Rocking back and forth. You know, this is transition. This is neither here nor there. I'm going to lift my arms up in the air, yogi's choice. Just feel the extension, the release. And then you're going to prepare to lift your back knee up. However you do that, notice what you need to do to be there or not go there. That's fine too. Be here and get strong, long. Yes, warrior one. And then exhale, release yourself back down. This time we're not going to come to child's pose. To downward dog. Take your hands down. Bring the left hand to the inside and walk around for wide-legged. This is your release. So inhale and exhale, fold. And maybe you do that slow because there's so much to feel in the backs of the legs when we start to drop down. And then once you're there, like you're dropping into child's pose, be in the release. So even though the legs are strong, can you release your spine, the crown of your head? Okay, breathe here. Okay, and take one more breath. Good. We're going to transition to halfway. That's just hands to the floor. Lift your head and your heart. Okay, I'm going to turn the left foot out, just maybe 30 degrees. And then the right foot can turn out a little bit to the right. You're going to start to drop yourself over to the left. So it might just be like a little lunge. You might lift the sole of the right foot up, or you might transition all the way down. So I have my heel lifted. Could put the heel on the floor, whichever one. Hands on the floor. Maybe it's just a little bit, be where you need to be. That's also so important. Okay, I'm going to transition to the other side. So maybe you need to put your hands down. Maybe you challenge yourself and go, oh, can I get over there without putting my hands down? That's super challenging. It's a transition. Breathe. Make this your own so that you have your left foot lifting, maybe, maybe not. It's all good. Maybe you're just coming over, okay? We're going to go back one more time each side. So, however you need to do it, feel the challenge, the breath, the intense presence, and then second side. I put my forearms on my thighs. Maybe that's easier. And then find it. We're going to drop the tush to the floor here. So yay, right? But transition, whatever you need to with your hands. Okay, we're going to bring this right foot in. Just drop it out to the side. So I'm just going to move myself. Okay, so you're here. And then hands to the floor. Yeah, take your left hand to your heart. Take your right hand to the small of your back if you can take it off the floor. And then just breathe. Okay, honor your transition. So if you need to put a blanket underneath your hips or underneath your bent knee, if you have knee issues, maybe underneath the left knee. Good. Okay, we're gonna, from here, you're just gonna flow your arms out to the sides and up. So as you inhale, reach up. And as you exhale, offer this out. So I actually dance my hands like I'm offering this and take it forward. And then you take your hands to the floor wherever you go here. Okay, so just rock your ribs side to side and notice what you feel underneath your left leg. It's gonna bring stuff up. Good. And then come to your center. We're going to walk the hands back just to a place where you feel like, oh, I can lift my heart. And then exhale and pour it out. And then now just come into your version of forward fold here. So when I come into forward fold in this in-between, we're in between two poses, Baddha Konasana and Upavishta Konasana. We have the legs in two different ways. The hips, the back, your tailbone might lift up off the floor. That's going to bring the inner thigh of the left leg down more. That's going to bring up more stretching for some of you, and you decide if that's enough. Breathe in, release. If you want a little more, then you activate that left foot. We press the heel down. Push the balls of the big toe forward. Then you can spread your toes. Really get into that leg. Now I'm going to keep going. You stop wherever you need to. So from here, I push the left heel down and I pull the floor in as if I want to, like it's just energetic. I just push it down and I'm pulling up the back of the leg. I can do the same thing by pushing out through the heel. So there's a little bit of a point and a flex in the foot. You just play with that. It's transition. And then I might even start to wave this foot in and out a little bit. You see how that is. This hip work too, right? Like even though it's subtle and we're here. Good. Okay, take one more breath. Okay, and then walk yourself upright. I'm going to take my hands off the floor and just come up. Yes. Okay, take your hands out to the sides. Take this Libra scale. As you exhale, cross the hands. Take your mudra. Tuck in. Inhale, turn your hands, lift your head, lift your heart. And then exhale, trace down your heart. Reach out. Palms are pressed against each other. Inhale, reach up. Now this time as you exhale, do the same thing, dance your wrists, but you're gonna keep the right hand kind of in the air and the left hand's gonna come down and it's gonna touch the earth to the outside of your left leg. And then you're gonna reach this right arm straight up and crescent yourself over. Yes. Good. Okay, we're gonna transition from this to same pose, but on the opposite side. So let the transition, as you feel, okay, I'm gonna lift up. Notice what you do. Do you push the left hand down? Do you lift the left arm up? Notice what you do is you float this over to the opposite side. Maybe you hover the floor, hand just above the floor and go, oh, what's this? And then you put the hand down, find the extension. Good. And then transition over to the opposite side. And then once you're there, you lengthen, come over. We're going to turn this into a forward fold. So you're going to turn your chest to face this left leg and honor what you do. You know you're going to fold over. This right hand's going to come to the floor, but feel it. Maybe you even, take the left hand behind you at the same time and you place the hands and then you release into it, whatever that is. So I have my left hand, it's right behind me. It's actually like, I'm reaching behind me as I'm reaching in front with the right hand. And then you breathe into this twist. Whatever this is for you, whatever it's bringing up, wherever you are. Okay. Take one more breath. Okay, we're going to transition to coming back upright. So even as you just lift your right hand up off the floor, notice what the right leg does. It's going to start to kick in the bent knee behind you to support you coming up. And then bring your hands together. We're actually going to bring them together. Now we're going to change legs. Okay, so you can change legs, do it the way you think. I'm going to change legs the way we came in. So if that's interesting to you, then I just take the right foot down to the floor and I'm going to lean forward till I come up. Right, here we are. You remember this? You can use your hands. Honor your own transitions. And then I'm going to come over to the other side. Oh, I'm off my mat. Okay, maybe the forearms on the thighs are going to help you. Whatever it is. Oh, okay, wherever you are, honor your transition. And you got to have a sense of humor and smile. And then bring this in. Okay, then we take the hands to the floor. And you just adjust, prop up, be in your transition in this half and half. Again, I'm going to take the right hand to the heart. And the left hand is coming to my low back here, if that works. If it's no good, no good. And then as you take the hands off the floor, the legs have to kick in a little bit. The belly, the core kicks in. Notice all of that. And then smile into that. Your own divine presence, right? Into your own sacred geometry. Good. And then we're going to take these arms straight out like we did into the Libra scales. Inhale and exhale. Find your dance. I protect myself. I honor myself. And I'm open. Lift your head, lift your heart. To extend what's in my heart out. Take your arms out, tuck back with great reverence. And inhale, lift up and into my own power. And my own sacred dance. Dance your hands down. Let's do that one more time. Libra scales. I am in balance and transition. Inhale. And cross your arms in the presence of my own protection. And with an open heart, bring the hands together, lift your heart, lift your chin. I honor what's in my heart and I send it out, straight out, in my own power and presence, lift up. And amid the sacred dance of life. Good. And then come into your Libra, we're gonna lift up, inhale. Now offer it. So I just kind of turn my hands down over my head and then offer this out. Bring your hands down and just be aware of like what's lifting. Okay, we're gonna start by rocking the ribs side to side so you can actually feel what happens in the legs, what muscles you feel. Good. And then walk yourself out into whatever your place is here in this forward fold. Okay, and then you stay here where we start to add that right foot. So you anchor it, and push the big toe mound forward and spread your toes. And then you can play with that heel. You know, I drag the press down, pull up from the back of the leg into the hip, and I can push out from the hip out through the heel. So the foot does move a little bit into its point and its flex as that happens. Good. Okay. And then coming up and you know, feel the transition. I'm going to take my hands up off the floor because I know I can do that. And I feel the legs really kick in here. Yes. Then inhale, reach up. Feel the transition as you exhale. The right hand's going to come down. And you can even dance the wrist. The left arm's going to stay up. And the hand will come down to the outside of this right leg. And we inhale, reach up. And exhale, crescent. Just feel all of that for yourself. And once you get into wherever your peak of the pose is, extend. Good. And then prepare to dance it over. So really notice, oh, when I take my hands off, my legs are engaged, I can feel the earth. I'm so excited for that hand to come down, maybe I'm not gonna let it. And just be there for a moment and then move in. And then as you move in, you find your extension, the strength and the length of the pose. You're reaching for whatever's being offered. And then just dance through in your own beautiful, soft way this place. Good. And then we'll just do one more over to the knee. Good. And then you're going to let that right hand come down and the left arm's going to lift in the air. We're going to take it for the twist. So you can start to turn yourself towards that right leg. And then offer it out. So here I might take my right hand and reach it back. Reach the left arm forward if that's okay for your back. Yeah, and then I can put the right hand on the floor or it might even just rest on my left hip. And just be in the transition space. But if you're dropping in, then really drop in. Be in the release space. Good. Okay, and then we're going to come out unless you have a little dog that's jumped on your back in the pose. So there we go. So come back to your center. Okay, take a moment here. I'm going to come back to the way we did. So we're going to come back to that wide-legged forward fold. So you do that however you need to, but otherwise I lift the knee, put the foot on the floor, and then I lean forward. Now here's where the hands might shoot out to support you, or they might come down to the floor. You might be able to lift up. Yeah, and then find your place to come back to that forward fold. Okay, I'm gonna let you just drop in here however you wish. Widen your legs, rock your hips. You know, this is such a great pose. You know, the triangle, strongest pose, strongest structure. Feel that you can push down into your feet equally. Okay, and with your strength, my friends, we're gonna come up to standing. So if you need to bend your knees, do that. You can put your hands on your hips and come up, or you can open your arms out to the side and just rise up through the power of your presence. Touch the hands over your head if they're there, bring them down in front of your heart. Okay, I'm gonna jump the feet together, yogi's choice, whatever works. You do whatever works. Okay, I'm gonna turn the camera or lift it up if I can get my head. Okay, so last transition before I take you down to relax is gonna be Ardha Chandrasana. That's half moon pose. Okay, you're fully prepped. So this is a balancing pose. Use a wall, use your couch, use a block, but this is how we're gonna do it. So I'm just gonna have you watch me first. So I'm just gonna move to one side of my mat. I'm gonna step my right foot forward, its toes pointing out. Okay, so just watch. I know you're eager to go. Transition, just watch. What I'm gonna do is come in. Okay, so I know one hand is gonna touch the floor, one leg is gonna lift. I look down and I go, okay, can I be maybe in that in-between? Be on my leg without touching the floor until I really have to. And you find your extension as best as you can, and then we'll come out the same way. Okay, so pause, breathe, and then starting with maybe your right leg, whatever. Step it forward a little bit, turn the toes out, and then turn your gaze to look down at the floor where your hand is gonna go. Then you start to bend into that knee, reach your arms, one up, one down, and look, and then you're in that period of transition. Maybe you just pause here, you don't even have to lift. You breathe, or you lift the back leg, you reach for the floor, you wobble, you smile, okay, or you drop in. This great unknown. Okay, I'm gonna take it to the next part, but you can come out if you need to. Once you're in it, if you're ready to go to the next, you bend your right knee, catch hold of your right foot with your right hand. And then you can be there or not. Then I start to stretch and open. Okay, whatever's working, I'm very much in it. Then to come out, same thing. It's about honoring the transition. So the knee has to bend, the legs reaches back. And whatever happens, you know, if the hands don't come off the floor before the foot, it's all fine. But that is intense in a way that is different than just coming in. You can feel your legs. Okay, bring your feet together. And feel your heartbeat, smile. The thing about transition time and transformation is it's never comfortable. If it was comfortable and easy, everyone would do it. But transforming your body, your health, the way you live, the way you eat, all of that is work. So it's all good. Second side. So feel, step your left foot, your right foot out, turn it. And then you look down where your hand's gonna be. You start to bend into that knee, open your arms, and like you're not even too hungry for it. Just take your time. Feel into your transition, your balance, your presence. If you drop in, you drop in. And then once you're there, you extend in every aspect of extension. And if you want to move to the next part, you bend that right leg, you catch, or maybe it's the opposite, no, that left hand touches left foot, and you open. Or you be, and you just smile and be like, wow, this is cool. Okay, if you're already out, that's fine. And if not, you know, honor the transition. Come out slowly, or not. Honor. And then just be. And feel the discomfort, the release, the relief of the great unknown. Okay, I'm gonna give your backs a little release. I'm just turning to the side. You're gonna step your feet apart. Take your forearms to your thighs, maybe palms together. Bend your knees, sit down. Okay, now I maybe walk the forearms up. And I'm gonna press from the forearms down to the thighs, pull the skin of the thighs back. And then start to drape yourself over until you start to feel your back open. And then you can breathe there. You might sit down more if you want more back. You know, it turns into a cow pose. And breathe. And then we're gonna release into forward fold, but honor the transition from here to getting your hands to the floor. Oh my God, it's gonna feel so good. And you savor it. Like nourishing yourself with that drink. Take your time. You honor the transitions. Okay? Okay. And we're gonna come down onto your back. From here, how are you gonna do that? Well, maybe you're gonna sit down first. So you can start to sit down, then honor the transition. I feel like, oh, my hands come in, my feet are strong. Maybe you need to step back to downward dog, or you can keep going. Okay, whatever your transition is. So from here, if you're in downward dog, you know, you find your way. Otherwise, take your time. Okay, whatever you need. Oh, I'm going to take a boat pose. If you're sitting on your tush, if you're down already, it's fine. Just hug your knees in. If you're sitting on your tush, I'm going to take a little boat pose interlude. Maybe lift my legs up, reach. But it's all good. And then from here, we'll come down. And once you get down, hug your knees in. And the same way you melted in your child's pose, melt in this. As you bring the knees in, notice shoulders hugging up, drop them. Be here. We're going to transition to twist. So you'll transition to the knees going to the right. So notice what you do. Oh, my arms have to open. I start to bring my knees over. Maybe as you're going over, you even hug the knees in tighter to your chest as you come down. And then once you're down, prop up if you need it. But once you're here, melt into this twist. Release. Be. Feel your breath. You can even take your right hand if you wish, and you can lay it over your upper heart chamber, or touch your belly, anything there, just to remind yourself you're here. Great presence. Good. Okay, and just take 3 more beautiful breaths. Even the breath has its transitions. And can you honor the transitions of your breath? And as you finish your 3rd exhalation, if you want to do a few more, you know, you're very welcome to. Otherwise, you're going to transition to the 2nd side. So be in that. What do I do? What does my body do to move to this other side? Do I need to put my feet down first? Do I need to readjust? Do I need to, whatever you need. You're learning about your own anatomy and how things work and how parts of you take over to support other parts. And then once you're in it, it's the great surrender. Feel free to put your, opposite hand on your heart now if you wish, left hand on your heart. And then really melt in. I surrender. I am here. It's like that card we chose, the Earth card. And you are planting the seeds for your own education, your own inspiration, your own presence, your own body awareness. And then from here, as you're ready, you're going to transition again onto your back. Just feel all of that come in. Good. Okay, and then just being here in this restful place. Okay, we're going to transition to happy baby. So your arms come to the inside of your knees, and then you take your hands to hold the baby toe edge of your feet. And you're going to take the knees come to the outside of the shoulders, sole of the feet to the sky. Okay, and then you feel what this is for you, how this is. And you can add in a little extension by the hands really holding the feet down and the feet pushing in. So there's extension there, and you'll notice what your knees want to do. Maybe feel them squeeze in a little bit. And then once you have all that intention, then slowly transition to a more restful, happy baby and feel what happens. If your feet want to drop down or whatever it is, you know, some of you, your feet might even want to go straight a little bit. That's fine. Allow the restful place to come in the transition. Okay, and in this pose, you know, you're on your back for a reason. We do this in squat, but here it's about letting the hips really receive this in the dropping in. Okay, so you're here for another few breaths. Just feeling the transitions of your breath. Inhale, pause, exhale, pause. Natural 4 parts of your breath. Good. Okay, and then you can release your knees back in, and maybe as the knees come in, you might even lift your head and chest up and just curl in for a moment. And then you can release your head down, your arms down, extend your legs up to the sky. And if that's not comfortable for you, my friends, you put your feet on the floor. It's all fine. Okay, if you want to put a little blanket under your hips, or even you could even lift your hips, put your hands underneath your hips. Just that little bit of a lift. You can give that a try. Yes. So if you like that, great. And then just pushing your heels. Oh, amazing. I love it. I love seeing like you own the poses. So good. And then from here, you can open your legs wide out if that feels nice. Or you can just be in that open, or legs up, and just be. And breathe. Yes. So gorgeous. Take one more breath. Okay, now feel the transition as you bring your legs back together. Don't be too greedy for it. Feel that. Yes. And then you might release your hands, bring the knees in, or just lower the feet to the floor and be in that transition. So whatever it is. And once your feet touch the earth, then just be here for a couple of breaths. Just receive it. And then you can heel toe your feet and just come to windshield wiper. Okay, this is a pose, you know, we do this often, probably every class. It's such a good pose. But feel the transition. Sometimes I'll say, like, really watch how your feet are driving this. Or are your knees driving this? You know, I feel like it's such a simple pose, but there's so much happening. And just be in that here. Good. Okay. You know, I look at the time and it says go in Shavasana, Joe, but then my other yoga head says we need to do a thread the needle. So yogi's choice. If you're ready for Shavasana, go. Otherwise, soles of the feet together and heel toe your feet closer together. Cross your right ankle over your left knee. Yeah, I just feel we need this little hip opener here, and you can just be here as you are, or you can bring that thigh into your chest, interlace your fingers behind that. Was it right or left? Left eye, or on top of your left shin. And this is also a nice place to work. You know, you can really press your legs into your hands and really open that right knee out. And that's one real place to really work it. And you can also bring this package in. So you can move between those two places and feel, or maybe one feels so much better for you than the other. And just be wherever you need to be. Good. And then switch as you're ready, but honor the transition and the switching. You know, what happens, where it needs to move. It's just an interesting place to be in this time of transition. In your yoga pose, in your life, we're all doing that together. And just feeling into the places that feel comfortable, the places that are uncomfortable. And know that sometimes, that's the balance. And then you take your time, my friends. If there's anything else you need here, you want to throw a block under your sacrum and just come into a supported baby back bend, supported setu bandha. You can do that. And if you want to move straight into Shavasana, then make that really nice for yourself. You have you want to do legs up the wall, you can do that too. So I'll let you know when we have 5 minutes left. So wherever you are, you'll move into your Shavasana. You just come in. Sorry, my daughter just went for a walk, so she's just coming in. Timing's perfect. Perfect timing. I'm about to go into Shavasana. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. You stay here. Just go where you need to be. Good. And just honoring, even as you transition to Shavasana, and all the things you need to put in place to make it nice for yourself. If you need a blanket, you need to turn on some music. You need, your back's been a little tingy, then put a little lift underneath the backs of your knees, your calves. You can even open your legs wider. You want to do Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together, support underneath your knees, make it nice. And then however you choose to place your hands, notice. Are you open? You need some grounding. You can just fold those hands and rest them on your body. Yes. It's honoring this time of transition. Bringing in this sacred opportunity for conscious rest. And it's conscious release. And even as I say release and resting, if you have a lot of stuff swirling, this might be an opportunity to consciously release some of that right now. And even coming into simple mantra for yourself. And I feel the mantra I need to offer right now is all is well. All is well. And no matter what is happening, whatever dance of life, wherever part you're in, just inviting in that which you need to hear. And moving into our final few moments together, 5 minutes. So if you need to transition to Shavasana, do it now. You can also stay as you are. So as you release your body, your breath, just imagining you are planting the seeds of your soul, the seeds of your deepest desires, whether you know what they are or not. You are using this time of grounding to create fertile ground within you. And that you are planting the seeds of your deepest, most heartfelt desires in alignment with the greater good. Knowing that seeds need the elements to nurture and to be nourished. Feeling into the heaviness of your earth body, the presence of air of your breath, the water and your nourishment and your blood and your fluid of your body that keeps you lubricated and moisturized and connected. And the heat of the sun is the fire of your inner desires, housed in the solar plexus center of your body. And in this imagery, feeling that you are an embodiment of the universe, of the elements of nature, living within you. Feeling into your own heaviness, your open-heartedness, as you release whatever is not serving you, whatever is holding you back from being your most authentic version of you, beyond the beliefs that have been placed upon you, to a deeper knowing of your own truth. It is time, it is time, it is time. Feel inspired as you lie here, and then just let that inspiration flow from your heart, out your hands, into the power of your palms. And then I'll invite you to bring your hands to lay on your body somewhere. You might rub the palms together first to activate that fire, potency, heat. And then you can place these hands over heart and belly, over your eyes, anywhere you need to. You can even down by your legs, hip crease, anywhere. Just remind yourself of your own presence and your own protection. And then taking your time to start to transition from here to your fetal position. If you want to stay in your Shavasana, my friends, that's fine. Stay as you are. Otherwise, really honoring the transition time. Getting from here to the fetal position, resting there, and then bringing yourself into your seated with great reverence. And I'll just meet you here whenever you get here. You take your time. Mm-hmm. And I'm just holding this, container. I'm gonna touch the thumbs. I get this nice little triangle shape. I'm just gonna hold this here, down at the earth center, the water center. of your body. Connect you to the earth, to the grounding, to your own security and safety. And to the water center, right above it, which connects us to the flow of our lives, our openness, our ability to change like water. You can have a glass of water and you can put that water into many different containers and it will fill any container it's in. Be like water. This ability to absorb and disperse, and this ability to change and literally transform. We know that water has its own very strong power. Even more powerful than fire is water. Yeah, when we think of peaceful places, for a lot of us, we picture ourselves near water. That peaceful tranquility, that openness. But there is also a fierceness, potency, just sitting, waiting to be unleashed. And so that takes us into the fire center of your body, right at your solar plexus, and the incredible union of these three lower chakras, water, earth, and fire. And here house the fires, the powers of transformation. We take it into the universe, into, earthquakes, the power of the earth, tsunamis, the power of water, and fire to burn and transform. And they all live here. Feeling your thumbs touch together, and as if you were embracing all of this, you're just going to slide your hands straight up. They're going to go all the way up. They start to turn. You can take them over your head. And just feel this opening. Reach your arms up. Bring the hands together as we've done so many times. And now with great reverence, as you exhale, we're going to bring the hands down, but I'm going to turn them into this prayer wheel. So I'm going to bring my hands down just so you can see. So you're going to turn the prayer wheel as you bring the hands down. And once they get to your heart, bow your chin, turn your prayer wheel within you. Honor all the cycles of your life, all the cycles of the seasons, the turnings of the earth, the cycles of the sun. Count that as a year. Just feel that you are here, right here. Cycles of your yoga practice, the beginning and the end. Good. And then as your hands open out to the universe, just hold them open as if you are here and open to offering what's in my heart and to receiving what is being offered right now. And then as you inhale, scoop that up. Bring your hands together in front of your heart. Lengthen yourself tall. And we will join together. Imagine all your beautiful voices with me and heart as we recite our May We Be Blessed mantra. Inhale. May we be blessed with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be peaceful and at ease. And may we be healthy. And we'll seal that with one Om. And inhale. Bow your chin. It's all good. Bow your chin and just be in reverence here in this place of transition before you move on with your day. You bow down to your own practice, to your love, to your loved ones. And as you inhale, lift your chin, gently open your eyes. And with great love and compassionate kindness for all of you. Namaste, my friends. With great love, yes. Namaste, my baby's here. Namaste. Namaste. Yes. So thank you so much, you guys. Oh, nice to see your face. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, beauties. Namaste. Have a great, great day. Thank you.
Bless you.
I see you, Paula. Yes.
Johanna.
Oh, thank you.
Oren's curious about when your puppy is having puppies.
She's going to have puppies. I think May 11th, she's going to go to the birthing center. And those puppies are due probably between the 13th and the 15th. And then they'll be back here. Like as soon as they're born, she brings them back. So we'll have puppies in yoga. We can watch them grow all together. And I know, right? And see, I look like Haley. Sarah, some of these people have been in my yoga classes with puppies, and it's going to be so cute. Yeah.
So cool.
It'll be so fun.
What breed are they?
What breed are they? They're both poodles. Both my dogs are poodles. Yeah.
I thought so. Oren keeps saying, "Can we have one? Can we have one?"
You want one?
Maybe.
Okay.
I
Is
have
he
to
the
ask.
dad?
Yes,
Yeah.
he's the dad.
Oh my gosh. They're gonna be perfect again.
They're gonna be so perfect, honestly. The most loved puppies until they go. These are the most loved. It's incredible.
Amazing.
I
I
know.
can't wait to watch it.
But we can probably figure it out, Haley. You can walk over and like
Oh yeah.
Stare at them through the window or
put
hold
them at
one.
the end of the
You
curb.
can put them
and
in a
you
box
can
at
come
the end of
down.
the curb, and you can come and play.
Oh my gosh. Being in quarantine, I see people with dogs in the building now, and it's so annoying to me because I'm like, I don't want to be a rat, but like, I also want to be a rat.
Or get on the puppy train. That's crazy. Right? It's
I
a dog.
know.
Everybody needs a dog. Dog is God.
I know.
I love it. I loved
Sorry.
it yesterday, by the way.
If they could be completely
Yeah.
silent, I would just keep a house pet. Like I would just keep
Well, they can't.
like smuggle a little one.
I know. If I find a silent dog, I'll definitely let you know.
Hey,
I don't
keep
have
it
those.
fun.
Yes.
See you.
Yay.
Thanks so much, Joe.
Oh, thank you so much, Paula. Thank you for being here. I have two Paulas here, one on either side of me.
Oh, that's
so
fun.
one with one L and one with two L's. Thank you, guys. All right. Have a great rest of your day, everybody.
You too.
Yeah, we'll see you later.